So I'm Edwin Yao. I work at Deloitte, and I've been there for about 5 years. I work in their Information and Technology Risk Services group. So I deal with a lot of IT assurance type of issues, whether it's to do with regulatory compliance or privacy or financial reporting kind of issues, but all having to do with IT. So my background was in Sauder School of Business, BCom with MIS specialization. I guess a bit after that, I picked up on the diploma in accounting program, so kind of got the accounting side. And so right now my mix is really a mix of accounting audit sort of background with IT, and that's how I'm bringing the two together. So combining IT with business is really, I guess, kind of a natural choice for me. It was really based on what I was interested in. So it's, just figuring out what you like based on what you've been doing in the past, and currently what interests you. So if I pick up the paper in the morning, what section do I flip to? And I find myself flipping to the business section and the technology section. And I thought, well, that's kind of a natural fit. I like IT. I've done some odd IT jobs in high school and whatnot. But I also, at the same time, didn't want to be kind of just the pure technologist. So definitely not the programmer or the IT network specialist or anything like that. So I still wanted to have the business background and deal with people in the business setting. And I thought the commerce program or the business school program with the MIS kind of mix was the best option for me at the time. So thinking about what has surprised or excited me about IT, I think it's really how much IT is embedded into everything that we do. So I work in a professional services firm that mainly handles accounting and tax issues, really. And IT has been a small part of this business, and it's grown substantially. In the last few years, at least, since I've been in the business, and just looking at how it impacts everything we do, from conducting an audit and automating procedures, to how it impacts clients' environments, and how, with increasing focus on technology, the client's environments get more complex, and there's definitely more and more of a need for us to understand that complexity and make sense of it. It's always complex, really, when I think back to the projects that I've been involved in. And a lot of the complexity isn't always IT-based, it's really organizational-based. So the organization could be struggling with data privacy kind of a standard, and there are multiple technology solutions that the organization can choose to get them through it. But what really makes sense for the organization is what makes sense in terms of the business they're in, and the ability for their people to handle that change and be accepting of it. And so I think the biggest challenge for me was to navigate those business or political kind of perspectives. The advice I would give students today is to start as early as possible getting into the business or the professional sort of world. My background was really in doing that through the co-op program, and that's definitely not the only way to do it. But it made the transition a lot easier, smoother for me in terms of easing my way into the profession. I think other ways that students would be able to get this kind of practical experience is through any kind of semi-professional setting. So I'm thinking of the other things I do besides my day-to-day job. I belong to a couple of nonprofit associations, playing the role as a treasurer. So I look at numbers, and it's not a big deal, right? It's usually quite simple, but it's really working in the team with other members of this committee that you get to see how people work, how to participate in meetings and facilitate meetings, and working with other people who have great ideas and making a contribution that way.